Assalamualaikum and very good morning to our beloved lecturer Dr. Rosliman. Our group will be present about the unemployment issue among the Malaysian graduate. Before we go further, I will introduce my team members, which is Harith bin Abdullah, Muhammad Ali Ashraf bin Hanafi, Muhammad Ihsan bin Muhammad Rusli, Muhammad Zarif Nazmi bin Zaki, and last is me Nurul Atira binti Abdullah. Let's move to our agenda today. I will be present about the introduction, literature review by Mr. Ehsan, significance of study and problems by Mr. Zarif, and the next data analysis and finding by Mr. Ali Ashraf, and the last part is a conclusion by Mr. Hari. Unemployment is an economic phenomena that people who want to work are able to work or cannot work because of the shortage of the works, which is a job place. This is a statistic show unemployment rate in the Malaysian 1991 until 2020. In the 2020, the unemployment rate in Malaysia was appropriately 3.38%. Let's move to the introduction. Why we choose this topic? Because of the new norm and suitable with our goals, which is a sustainable development goals is SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. High expectation by fresh graduate affect unemployment. The graduate unemployment rate is one of the current issues being discussed by higher educations. College students spend their time and money in order to receive the educational advantage unable to high school graduates. So if they face unemployment, they are more vulnerable to unfavorable economic condition because have already spent their resource pursuing higher education. As then does educations affect employment rate, the skill mismatch between an employer and worker is one to one of many reasons leading to high graduate unemployment. Malaysia has produced many skills in IT, science, and professional graduate that will aim to increase R&D and raise productivity to our leading sector. The absence of a quality leading institutions to absorb the lead such innovative has resulted in the high unemployment. Objective: identifying whether a graduate high expectation affect unemployment. Second is identify whether the education plays a significant role in the being employed.
So hello, my name is Muhammad Hassan and I will be explaining the literature review. So for the literature review, scholars view unemployment at various perspectives. Some view at external factors such as the economy, and some view at internal factors such as the graduate's competency and qualification level. So at the international level, unemployment is a major issue globally, and in countries such as China and Ghana, both respectively have an unemployment rate of 30% and 50.08% respectively, and this is majorly due to job mismatch. This is according to Opong and Seng in 2015. For countries that have the same demography and topology, like Malaysia, Asian countries such as Myanmar, Indonesia, Brunei, Philippines, the factors that affect these countries are high wage demands from the graduates, job mismatch, and limited vacancy for entry-level qualification. For factors that affect unemployment rate in Malaysia, first is supply and demand. Razak stated that an increase of 30% of Malaysian graduates occurred in the period between 2002 and 2007, whereby this increase of supply in Malaysian graduates will limit the vacancy that employers are opening up in their companies. So for the second factor, irrelevant degree, and it accounts for 30% of unemployment rate among graduates. This is according to Ismail in 2011. Irrelevant degree can be translated or defined as the graduates possessing a degree that is not relevant or not suitable for the employer's ventured economy field. Next one is lacking professional communication skills or English proficiency. Science stated that in 2018, employers nowadays are more inclined to recruit graduates that have higher emphasis or higher mastery of English language compared to graduates that have low to medium emphasis on English proficiency. Next is employability skills such as leadership, time management, problem solving, and computational method. These skills are equally sought out for, along with the technical knowledge that they possess during their university years. This is according to also Ismail in 2011. So lastly is the economy. The economy, or more precisely, an economic recession will directly affect the unemployment rate, whereby a period of economic recession occurred during December 2012 until January 2013, whereby there is an increase of unemployment rate among fresh graduates about 2.4%. So this indicates that the economic recession directly affects unemployment among fresh graduates. So that concludes the literature review. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Zarif Nazmi from EE. So today I'm going to explain about the problem statement and significance of study of our research. For the problem statement, as everyone know, Malaysia has an excellent economy and has successfully decreased the poverty rate by increasing the job opportunities through various sectors such as manufacturing sector and also services sector. With that, Malaysia has successfully achieved a very low unemployment rate, which ranging from 3% to 5% only. But the problem is, most of the unemployed comes from fresh graduates. From the study conducted by the Ministry of Education, it is stated that 60% of the graduates couldn't get a job after 1 year of graduation. This might happen because the graduates are too demanding toward their starting wages, or it might happen because there is a mismatch between the education level they get and the job they want. Therefore, as a student of University Technology Petronas, we feel that it is compulsory for us to understand more about the situation because it will affect us as well after we finish our studies. We want to identify, is it true that graduates' high expectation and level of education affect the graduates' employability or not? Next, significance of study. First, we believe that our study is significant to give a better insight into the current situation of unemployment issue among graduates in Malaysia. Second, we also believe that our study is very important to identify the factors of unemployment issue among Malaysian graduates. Third, we hope that our study will give a better understanding about the role of education level in determining graduates' employability. Last but not least, we want to further explain our research findings to the public through various methods such as video presentation and also through social media with the aim to create awareness among them. We want to advise students and future graduates to become less demanding in the starting salary and to be less picky in choosing the job. They also need to plan their career path well so that they can plan their actions to get the job they dream for. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Muhammad Ali Ashraf and I'll be presenting the data analysis and findings. The graphs you see on screen right now are the respondents, the demographic of our respondents. We see that the majority of them are unemployed and also undergraduates, but upon further analysis, they are not undergraduates, they are rather students studying for their undergraduate degree, as predetermined by their age in the fourth graph you see on screen. We're moving straight into the close-ended questions. We will be focusing on 5 questions. The first question will be, would you be more likely to accept a job if, and they have to choose a condition or deny all conditions. Second is, what income level would they choose if they're accepting an entry-level job. Third question is, how useful is their current education in getting a job. Fourth question is, what should unemployed graduates do while searching for a job. And the last question is, if you are planning to continue studying, what level are you going to continue studying to? Now, the first graph states that our majority would accept a job if it's well paid. Now, this correlates very well with the second graph, where they say the range that they'll accept it is anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 to 2,999, because this is technically the base level for graduate degrees undergraduate degrees income. Now the third graph is a bit of a discrepancy when we correlate it to the other fourth graph and fifth graphs. We can see that actually they'd rather say that their education has been very useful in helping them finding a job. But as we see in the graph number 4, they say that unemployed graduates should be looking for experience instead of continuing studying. Which is contradictory to what they've said, and also contradictory to the next graph, which says that overwhelming majority of them want to continue towards postgraduates. Now that's all for our data analysis and findings. Pass you on to the next one.
Thank you, Budi, for the findings. In this research, there are a couple of limitations we encountered. For starters, we came to realize that the majority of the respondents were mainly fresh graduates who has not experienced unemployment, in which limits the survey question as we were focusing on. So to fix this issue, we revised the target audience and broadened the demographic part of the survey so that we can easily highlight the respondents' answer that is relevant to the objective. Besides that, the survey has a couple of misleading questions leading to irrelevant and unlogical answer. To counter this, the question should be more direct and understandable to reduce the anomaly. And last but not least, majority of the articles that we have found in the interval of 10 to 15 years. So we fear that this article can be outdated to today's current development and affect the literature review. So we decided to further our research through online method in a more reputable and trustworthy sites. As we know, the unemployment rate is getting severe day by day and deserves more attention from the authorities and graduates. So hopefully this report will grasp the reader's attention with statistical and factual review and bring awareness towards the unemployment rate of Malaysian graduates. So we divided into two parts, which is the managerial and academic implication. In the point of managerial implications, we hope that the authorities can plan a better countermeasure in reducing the number of unemployed among Malaysian graduates, and to also educate small enterprises to not overlook the academic achievement instead of the work experience of the individual, and to reduce the high demands of work experiences. For academic implications, hopefully future researchers can further implement a better strategy in reducing the rate of unemployment and also prepare students and graduates to minimize their expectation and demands when interviewing for a job. This report also shows how communication skills are prior to being employed. So let's move on to the conclusion. From the discussion, it can be concluded that this research was successfully conducted and the purpose of this research has been achieved. So we know that education plays a significant role in being employed. And from all the research that we have conducted, it has been concluded that graduates has a high chance to be employed if they have advanced communication skills, leadership, teamwork, and problem solving. And all of these four can be achieved if furthered your education. Other than that, from the research that we conducted, we conclude that graduates anticipate high income and benefits of a profession. So this causes skepticism, negative thought, and job change of the persons without looking at its attributes. By many opinions, it is best for the graduates to accept the job they are comfortable at rather than expecting high income. Eventually, by working hard, that individual will climb the ladder and in no time will reach to the top. Not only will the individual meet its expectation, yet the feeling of accomplishment will forever stay in that individual. Thank you for listening to our presentation and have a nice day.